And now, your News 13 Skywatch weather.
It's gloomy and it's poor visibility as the rain is starting to come down more steadily in places, so do keep that in mind if you're venturing out this evening. It's not going to be a lot of fun. Hunter Subaru's Sky Cam Network, still mild though. Temperatures in the upper 50s in Asheville, Brevard. We're in the mid 50s in Waynesville. Even some high elevations like Highlands, which is socked in with clouds. It is really low cloudiness up there into southern Macon County. All right, temperatures are mild through Saturday, then turning sharply colder into Sunday. That is going to get your attention, no doubt, by the end of the weekend. Heaviest rain is falling overnight into Saturday, thus the weather worn day. And next week's pattern turns colder and possibly wintry. All right, so there's some promise here. Winter's by far not over, so we got some interesting weather, I think, to go through the next 7 days. Nothing but just rain happening now. In fact, it's kind of breaking up for many, so just drizzle and light showers, if anything, happening. The heaviest rain, again, overnight into the morning. Now, look at these temperatures. It is going to stay in the 50s, very steady temperatures, and maybe a little drop off towards morning. That 54 would be a record warm start, by the way, for the date tomorrow, and we'll go almost to 60 by lunchtime tomorrow. It is going to start ending in terms of the rain later in the afternoon. But take a look here. This is certainly a lot of rain that's going to come in. There's 11 o'clock tonight, another surge of some moderate, maybe heavy rain embedded within that south of I-40, and then we start to push that north. The axis of heaviest rain is definitely going to lift over the mountains, it looks like, into the morning on Sunday, and this plume is going to dump some rain, no doubt. Over 1.5 inches to 2 inches by morning in places over the southern mountains. We might even get more than 3 inches before it's said and done in some spots. Now, not every one of these numbers is going to be realized, but you get the idea that the amounts will be heavier south and west of Asheville. You get into the upstate, and after the lunch hour, that's when some heavy rain is certainly still possible, but the mountains will gradually end the rain threat into the late afternoon and into the evening. And then into Sunday, drier but certainly colder. Feels like temperatures Sunday morning will get down into the 20s, so a rude awakening then. And if you don't venture out Sunday morning and feel that, you're going to feel it Monday morning in the teens for the feels like temperatures. That'll be the coldest morning of the week. Tuesday morning, yikes, in the 20s. Not much better, but a little better. Now, next week, by the end of the week, we will have something happening probably closer to the Gulf or off the Atlantic coast. And there is a possibility we could have some moisture sinking up with cold air. No guarantees. We don't know the location exactly or overall strength, but we do know it will be cold and there will be an active storm track dipping well to the south. And that is usually a setup that favors some kind of wintry scenario or scenarios for the Carolinas. So stay tuned. Again, devil's in the details, as they say. Tomorrow is our focus right now because heavy rain causes a weather worn day. Cold into Sunday and Monday. Highs will not be warming out of the 30s in the afternoon on Sunday, so that 45 is early in the day. Then we get warmer Tuesday with sunshine. Here comes the next crash. We drop to only 40 for a high Thursday with some chances of snow. Very low end threat right now, but it's cold. And all the way into next weekend, it stays cold. Martin Luther King Day, looking that far ahead,